Y'all niggas be mad at a ballroom that's going to cost $250 million that Trump is paying for himself. And y'all wasn't mad at a basketball court that cost $376 million and we paid for that shit. I'm sorry, we paid for that sugar honey iced tea. Y'all really mad about that? Have y'all seen the donors list of the ballroom? Yeah, man. Companies that we rock with are paying for that. Apple, T-Mobile, HP. God dang it, was so many I can't even think of them. But you, it's wild, man. And he's been talking about this since 2016. Y'all act like it's off the cuff.
And every time the top people come over from China, they're getting these big, beautiful, they put a tent on the White House. We don't have a ballroom at the White House. I offered, by the way, Jerry, years ago to build a ballroom at the White House, free of charge, $100 million ballroom. I said, we'll get the top 5 architects in America. We'll get the top people, top everything. We'll have the best ballroom, because I noticed they always put tents up on the lawn. Number one, it's not a good security thing. Number two, the guy that owns the tents is making a fortune, okay? This poor guy, he's making so much money. All he needs is one tent, and he charges them so much, he's making a fortune. All right. But I said, I will build a ballroom. I gave it to the Obama. I actually told David Axelrod, a good guy, very capable guy. I told David Axelrod, David, I will build a ballroom free of charge, at least $100 million. We'll make it the finest ballroom in the world. We'll put it someplace so it works contextually, magnificently. It'll be done. We'll have committees set up. I never heard back. It's just one of just thousands of things. If someone's going to give me a free ball, I'm going to take it. We'll put it in an area that'll look great. But, we don't have a ballroom at the White House.
Do your research. Y'all wild as hell, bro. And
they still ain't gonna invite you to the party. Hey y'all, Gravity, any day above ground, live it. So you already know what to do. Share, like, and subscribe. That's right, share, like, and subscribe, because I'm not like other YouTubers. I'm different. Now, admittedly, I've never heard of this dude before. I'm guessing he's one of these newer con blacks. They saw the little bit of trinkets that MAGA was throwing out there when Trump got arrested, and they figured they gonna go griff off, the MAGA name, and they're gonna be out there defending Trump's honor. Subsequently, as they do that, they show that they don't know what they're talking about. So this whole ballroom incident where Trump is selling us out to big tech, and in exchange, they're going to put in and finance a new ballroom. Okay, and you should be alarmed as an American that corporations have that much power where they can go build stuff on the White House. And then y'all call it private donor money, even though if it was so private, for one, you wouldn't have known it was them. And two, most of those people that you just listed in that video of yours, they have money tied into the Middle East. So logically speaking, the Middle East paid for that. But I understand it. It's the Middle East. Y'all cool with that. Them brown people, y'all are ignorant to, but you cool with it because there's a white face in front of it. But what killed me in this video was this man saying that Obama spent $376 million to build a basketball court. Okay, there ain't no NBA arena nowhere that has a court that's $376 million. So unless that thing is you can go play on the hardwood and then it can convert itself after everybody get off, of course, and it flip over and then go on concrete, and they get the double rim going, or it flip over, then it's heated. So it feel like that it's state of the art, or like my old school people in here, it can turn into a slam ball court. Where did you get that from? But I see what you're doing. I literally see what you're doing. You're trying to engagement farm. I get it. The economy bad. Elon Musk throwing out money, even though they're about to end that program over there on X. you want people to like you. I understand it. But here's the problem. You got to get fact checked. And I'm one of the worst people to see you put up a video like this or some post, because I'm going to fact check you. So what we're going to do is we're going to go real time and do what he said near the end of his video.
I must do research.
Now, to start off, there was this claim again with the basketball court and $376 million. So I just went on the New York Post for a second and I said, let me look. Now, this article was talking about all the renovations that have ever been done at the White House over the years. And they wrote the Obama slam dunk. And we already know the New York Post is racist, but we're going to let them rock for a little bit. It says, after taking office in 2009, President Barack Obama renovated a tennis court to be used for both that and basketball. Inside, he added a rug featuring a Martin Luther King Jr. quotation, "The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice." Okay. So we're going to bring up the basketball court. Okay. It's the under infrastructure of the White House. So it says, hey, liberals, in 2010, Obama spent $370 million on White House renovations paid for by taxpayers. Trump's renovation cost the taxpayers $0. You think that until Google and Apple and the rest of them corporations start asking for that money back, that ain't going to be exactly, but that's another subject for another day. So we move down. It says multiple Snopes users searched our website for information about White House renovations under Obama. The renovations under Obama did take place. Both CNN and Bloomberg News reported in 2010 about a 4-year, $376 million White House renovation project began during his presidency. However, many social media posts omitted key context. Congress approved the funding in 2008 following a report by the administration of then President George W. Bush, and the renovations aimed to upgrade the building's aging infrastructure, according to news reports. It's misleading to suggest Obama personally spent $370 million on White House renovations, as some post claims, as Congress approved the project's funding during Bush's time in office. And what they're also doing is I think I remember reading that Obama personally paid something. I think it was like $100,000 for something to get fixed in the White House or to upgrade something. Surprised they didn't mention that, but it's them. So it says a Bloomberg News report published in the Philadelphia Inquirer on May 22nd, 2010 noted that a 4-year, $376 million White House renovation project had begun, stating that its purpose was to improve the infrastructure in the East and West Wings. According to the report, workers would be replacing decades-old heating, cooling, electrical, and fire alarm equipment, as well as unspecified security systems. And one of the main things that drove this cost up was the underground wiring. From what I read and researched, that was like, I think like 60% of it. But okay. CNN reported in a September 10th, 2010 segment that Congress approved funding for the renovations in 2008 before Obama took office, after a Bush administration report revealed some systems in the White House were periodically failing. So W, on his way out with his Congress, approved this and set aside the funds for this. Obama just executed it, but we're going to put this at Obama's feet. Okay. More specifically, some of the White House systems were deemed to be approaching the end of their reliable productivity, Bloomberg News reported. There have been some service interruptions. Bob Peck, who served as Public Buildings Commissioner of the General Services Administration, which manages federal facilities, told Bloomberg News. The CNN report also included footage of the White House undergoing construction. Then CNN correspondent Suzanne Malveaux questioned Peck about the $376 million expenditure during a time of economic hardship for many Americans. In response, Peck said, in part, it doesn't do a whole lot of good to have a building that's sort of the image of the free world standing up there and not functioning well. He added that digging underground and doing this type of utility work was a costly project. And you got folk over there in his comment thread saying how great he is for pointing this out. And he one of the good ones. Oh, you don't believe me? I figured you didn't. Well, we'll show it to you. And you know me, I had to go in there and say something as well, because this was just not cool. This is lazy journalism. So somebody asked Grok how much the basketball court conversion was. $75,000. He said, have they accepted you yet? Yes, just check my email and I'm in. Reverend Tim Christopher said, this is just sad. We all know what he's doing. And I responded to that. I was like, Rev the Griff is entering the end phase. Somebody talking about, CSA. What the hell did he get for that much money? An indoor arena that can host a WNBA team, or is it an outdoor court that seems to have paid way too much for? I don't know what he's talking about. Anyway, Dems are MAF because Trump's ballroom will probably be named after him for all eternity. Okay? That we motherfuckers don't care. Why do y'all care? Damn. I think y'all care about more than he's going to name it than y'all, but okay. I didn't even know about this. Just another reason Obama was the worst president in history. And y'all see the comments. That's what you call a ratio. Oh, man. But again, they're engagement farming. I understand. They want people to understand that they exist. I get it. But yeah, folk like it. And by the way, he on YouTube. I see what he doing. He trying to do that LFRFamily grift. It ain't gonna work. And yeah, that's right. I tagged him in it. You saw the blue. We made sure to tag him in it. Lazy journalism. Lazy. But these fake black liberal conservatives, libservatives, that's what we're gonna call them, libservatives. They're just trying to extract the last few dollars away from them poor white folk. And poor white folk letting them do it because poor white folk think that they are being maligned in this country, even though poor white folks still got the power. But, it is what it is. Let them have it. It's okay. It's all right. So I'm going to get up out of here. You already know what to do. Share, like, and subscribe. That's right. Share, like, and subscribe because I'm not like other YouTubers. I'm different. Take care. Stay safe. I'm out. Whoa. And here I was about to end off the video, and I said, while it's rendering, let me go look up some of these people, because, of course, old boy sat up there and just brought up nothing but corporations. But I said, this is not how this works. There's private donors in here. So I said, I saw the crypto bros. I said, okay, we know where this is going. But one name stuck out at me, and I was like, I've never seen this person before. Let me look. And then I look. And I say, so Trump is having criminals fund the ballroom? So the Stefan E. Brody, as you can see, you know what? We'll just do it with this. As you can see over here, Stefan E. Brody is known for his involvement in the biotech company Brotech, which was convicted in 2002 for violating the Trading with the Enemy Act by illegally selling products to Cuba. He has also been associated with political contributions in recent elections. Then it said he was found guilty of violating American sanctions on Cuba in the early 2000s and denied a pardon by Joe Biden. So let me see if they have anything else on him. So it says he co-founded the chemical manufacturing company Purolite. Brody, who was found guilty for violating American sanctions on Cuba in the early 2000s, was denied pardon by former President Joe Biden in 2023. It's unclear if he has petitioned Trump for a pardon. He gave more than $840,000 to Trump's joint fundraising committee in 2024. Him and the family. And I'm also noticing, yes, again, hella crypto bros are on this, because we know right now Trump is all in favor of crypto, but the way that the stuff is going, especially with these twins, I forget their names, like Charles and Tyler, some of it, whatever the fuck. They've been making crypto look bad in front of the legislature of the country. And they're worried that the Democrats are going to not be as high on crypto as Trump and MAGA are. But again, this Stefan dude, it's always something. There's always something shady. So there you go. You have criminals funding expansions to federal buildings. Must be nice. But we worried about a basketball court. I bet if it was a pickleball or a squash or a golf course, nobody would have said a word, right? I see. Anyway, y'all, I just wanted to bring that to you really quickly.